21st century leader, an innovator, an inspirator, a motivator, and now a part of the liberation team, my friend, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe.
On October 30th, 1991, Hubert Ingraham told the House of Assembly, and I wish to quote him, "The recession in the United States has nothing to do with the problems in the Bahamas." He said it has nothing to do with the recession in the United States, nothing to do with Desert Storm or anything else. He said it was because the PLP government mismanaged the affairs of our country, end quote. Delivering a national radio address on January 2nd, 1992. And I want you to go back to this because it is important. He went even further, and I wish to quote him again. He said the PLP government has tried to put all the blame for the sad state of affairs on the downturn in the United States and on the effects of the Gulf War. They have tried to divert attention from their monumental failures, almost criminal neglect, and the reckless abuse of the people's treasury, end quote. Now, if you don't believe me, I brought the old papers with me. Brought it with me. I ask you, could this be the same Hubert Ingraham who stopped construction of at least two major projects, the Heritage School in Grand Bahama and the downtown straw market? Could this be the same Hubert Ingraham who used words that caused doubt and chased away hurrahs, abruptly ending the dream for a new cable beach? Could this be the same man, the same Hubert Ingraham, who awarded a $2.5 million contract to FES Construction without it going to the bidding process to build what they said was classrooms at Jack Parker School? My friends, what goes around comes around. Here we are 17 years later, and Hubert Alexander Ingraham has been the Prime Minister of the Bahamas for the last 11 of the last 16 years. But in 1991, he was saying something else. When the PLP told the country of the problems, he said, don't blame the United States. He called what we were saying voodoo economics. And at the time, he criticized the PLP cabinet. It was a 15-member cabinet, and he called the cabinet a Gussie Mae cabinet. What goes around comes around. Today, Ingraham has 18 cabinet ministers. He has lots of bodies, but only a few heads. It is a government that is devoid of ideas, a government that lacks creativity, unimaginative, and from the political medical dictionary, the Ingraham administration is brain dead. The Ingraham administration is the largest cabinet in the history of the Bahamas. Unfortunately, however, it is not a cabinet of fine timber. And Scorpio could help me here. It is a pressed wood cabinet made from sawdust. It cannot stand up to pressure. It swells and crumbles when exposed to the elements. The Ingraham pressed wood cabinet includes a crybaby, a heartless minister for social services, a malignant narcissist, some with unearned self-importance, and personalities who could not even qualify for roles in movies like Dumb and Dumber. The government of the Bahamas is engaging in distractions, illusions, and playing rope-a-dope with the Bahamian people. They have abandoned the trust agenda. They have heaped taxes on the Bahamian people, causing misery and causing pain. In May of this year, the F&M came to Parliament and said it was giving the Bahamian people the hurting Bahamian people a budget that would cushion the hurt. They did not tell the Bahamian people that they were increasing duty on clothing from 25 to 35%. They did not tell the Bahamian people that they were increasing duty on shoes from 15 to 25%. And they did not tell the Bahamian people that the government was putting duty on books and magazines, including the Bible. How unchristian. Could you believe, though, that in October of 1991, Hubert Ingraham said, and I quote him again, "The United States has a recession, and they in the United States are arguing about tax cuts, reducing taxes to encourage investment in business." And he said, but in the Bahamas, when things are tough and the government ain't getting revenue or the economy slow down, that's the time that the PLP government increases taxes. The fewer who are working, the more taxes they want to collect. Hubert Ingraham cannot be serious.
No.
That is exactly what he just did. The government knowingly placed new taxes and additional burden on the unsuspecting and innocent Bahamian people. The government is playing with the Bahamian people. They are behaving as if Bahamian people got two big ears and a tail. They have increased taxes, and they have stockpiled more revenue, and they are now mounting upon horses like they are white knights in shining armor and bringing relief. The government could have carefully managed the rise in costs in the Bahamas. They could have helped the poor if they really wanted to. The government should have reduced the taxes on the importation of fuel. We told them what to do. If the government had cut in half the 32.5% on diesel imports and cut the gasoline import on government tax from $1.06 to 75 cents, the government would have been able to control the spiraling prices of oil that pushed up the cost of energy and caused a surcharge. The cost of food went up, and the cost of transportation. And drivers of buses and taxis and fishermen would not have to be complaining the way they're complaining today. Don't blame anybody. It is the government of the Bahamas that made millions and millions of dollars from the rise in fuel costs and did not pass it on to the Bahamian people. The Ingraham administration has not helped the Bahamian people. They have hurt the Bahamian people. The Ingraham administration has now placed thousands of Bahamians in a position where they will have to pay additional bills for an extended period of time. They deceive the Bahamian people because they have no plans to guide the nation through these tough times. This is not government on behalf of the Bahamian people. This is hypocrisy, deception, and this is absolute dishonesty. Bahamians must now tell the government that we are not stupid people.
No.
It is also true that without vision, the people perish. Tonight, thousands of Bahamians all across this nation are hurting. Their cupboards are bare. Their refrigerators are empty. The car loan and the house mortgage are unpaid. The children have had to leave the private schools, and the children in the public schools are facing new realms of social discord. There are people like Jackie Rowe in Holmes Rock, Grand Bahama, who was employed with the Urban Renewal Program in Grand Bahama. She has several children. One of her children is paralyzed. Her paralyzed daughter has just been diagnosed with cancer. But here it is. She has no job tonight, and she can't even help her child or help her family. John Baisden lost his home 2 weeks ago in a fire in Jonestown. He has sought assistance from the Ministry of Social Services. The minister says he will get assistance only after the police has completed their report.